Alright, guys, this has to be addressed. Arkham Knight's DLC is just horrible. Now, I don't mean each individual piece of DLC is bad. In fact, there's good elements in almost all of it, besides maybe I was not a big fan of the Red Hood DLC. And surprisingly, I actually enjoyed the racetracks, though I don't think it adds much. But overall, DLC, you're charging me $40 for the season pass, and you have not made a single piece worth it. Which is surprising, because if you could have done a couple different things, it would have been worth it. Like, for example, if you made all these smaller 15-minute DLCs, because it's ridiculous that you made all these 15-minute DLCs, if you would have made them all bigger, like the Barbara Gordon Matter of Family DLC, and made them, all worth an hour, that would actually be a really cool and good idea. Like, oh, you get to play an hour as all these different characters. Because I actually enjoyed the Barbara Gordon DLC. I felt there's problems. I felt there should have been more story missions. I felt that you shouldn't have just had it all the open world idea there. Maybe made the area a bit bigger. But if I was getting, 6 or 7 with different characters of these, I would be like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. But that's not what I'm getting instead. I'm getting that one, which, because that's the main big seller for the DLC so far, is disappointing. Then there's been 3 smaller 10 to 15 minute DLCs. The Harley Quinn one, which I didn't mind. I also played that before the game, so it's like, okay, this is a cool, fun little chunk of story, and it was cool to play as her. And then the Red Hood DLC, which I waited till after the story because I knew it was set post, and I didn't want to find out spoilers until I played the game. And that one was very disappointing because it felt more piecemeal, where like the Harley Quinn and even the Nightwing one is all kind of just one story that runs through. The Red Hood one was more, hey, do this combat mission, do Predator mission, do combat mission, and I did not enjoy that. And then the Nightwing DLC, which I just recently played, which I literally beat in 12 minutes, including dying one time during the Predator segment, because it really just was one Predator segment, and that's the problem, is that it was one Predator segment, and then I think you fight people at the very beginning and maybe at the end. I don't remember because it wasn't that memorable. And again, if this would have been one giving me more hints towards post the story, because neither this or the Red Hood DLC, which were both set after the story, really told me much. It was basically, hey, Lucius Fox owns stuff. That's the big post Nightfall thing we got in this DLC, and it just felt rushed. All this is rushed. I'd much rather you take your time, which is surprising when, like I said, the racetracks are probably some of the best DLC there. It just added a couple more modes, and you have the Tumbler and the I think it's the original Batman movie car that's out now. I know they're also doing the TV series car that's supposed to be coming out soon. Haven't tried out the new crime packs, just had more fighting missions. I think maybe a couple Predator missions, but still, I want some more story DLC. That's what I like from the DLC in the Arkham games. All the other Arkham games have had like a good chunk of story DLC. The Arkham Origins even had the Mr. Freeze DLC, which I found rather enjoyable. I think there's videos on my channel you can find me playing it. I know at least showed off a couple of achievements in it. The Arkham City had it had the Robin DLC, which was actually pretty fun to play. You're Robin the whole time, and you're taking on Harley Quinn post City. And I want a big story DLC like that for this game, especially when the story DLC that we have so far, these little 15 minutes ones, show off one big problem that the Arkham Knight games didn't have, which was boss fights, because 2 of those had boss fights. I do not believe Nightwing had a boss fight, because you're fighting Penguin, but those had boss fights, which you only got like 2 of in the main story campaign. I want them to release a big chunk of DLC that adds, a couple more of the enemies that we didn't get to see in Arkham Knight. Maybe have Batman back, because this is a Batman game, and just give me some more boss fights. Give me something good. Give me something that's worth the $40 you made me pay for the season pass. Because so far, you're not there. You're maybe, really, I wouldn't buy any of these pieces besides maybe the Matter of Family individually. None of them have been worth the time. I think they only charge like $2 individually for both these, and maybe that's worth it. But really, it's not. Go spend your time elsewhere, because this DLC is just not that great. That's my thoughts on the DLC. Specifically, the Nightwing one, because the Nightwing one has just been the most disappointing, because the Red Hood one, I didn't expect much from. This one, I thought, okay, yeah, this is going to be cool. This is something that Rocksteady is working on themselves, because a lot of the other stuff was handed off to WB Montreal. This was Rocksteady, and they disappointed, so get your shit together, Rocksteady. give me some good DLC. Maybe you guys feel differently. Let me know down below. What's been your favorite piece of DLC? Mine's between either the racetracks, which I played them all at one time, so I don't know which ones were from which modes. But again, it was only 2 laps. Or the Matter of Family, because there was some good stuff in that. It had a pretty okay story for as short as it was. Let me know what your favorite piece has been so far, and if you feel like you've been ripped off by a season pass as well. Alright, thank you guys for watching.